Before the break, we were talking about the bond between a foster parent versus the bond between the mother and or relative. Messaged me, and she asked me to answer a question. Apparently that's on our Facebook Live. Before the break, we were talking about the bond between a foster parent versus the bond between the mother and or relative. The way that the law is written in California, and I suspect in other states, is that the law focuses on the child after a certain point. For example, after family reunification services have been terminated. And sometimes when a child has been living with a foster parent for, a significant amount of time, the argument is made that that child is bonded, quote unquote, to the foster parent, bonded psychologically, emotionally, physically to the foster parent, and moving the child, even if to a relative, would be detrimental to the child. Now, this question is probably one of politics. Laws are frequently made that go against our sense of humanity, our sense of justice. And I'm just the messenger. I'm just telling you what the law is. Should the law be changed? I think so. But until it is, social workers, minors attorneys, and judges will always use that reasoning that the bond between the child and the foster parent is just too great. And sometimes the child shouldn't be moved to, a relative. I've had this discussion with a woman in California who's a scholar in these juvenile dependency laws. And she told me something that was interesting, that they're coming up with physical and medical evidence about the damage to a child when the child is moved from, for example, a long-term foster home to a relative. Now, I don't know if this evidence is true or, what it is, but she argues that there's real physical damage to the brain of a child when they're moved from one place to the other. So, if you want to change the law, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be doing it, our website's going to be, at least for California, CAVoteCPS.org. CAVoteCPS.org. And we're going to be talking about voting, hopefully trying to change laws, voting for family-friendly judges, and exercising the power that we really do have, and that is the vote at the ballot box. All right, let's take another call right now. Let's talk to Kim. Kim from California. Kim, did you have a story to tell or a question to ask?
Can you guys hear me well?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Hi, Vince. So I actually talked to you yesterday, okay? As you, I told you guys my name was Carol, okay? I actually talked to you yesterday. You invited me to the show. I've been listening, since 7. But anyways, so remember, I thank you for your advice yesterday, but something very tragic has happened, and I feel so horrible. They actually came yesterday evening, and the police and the damn DCFS, and they took my kids out of my home, a loving, safe home. You know what I mean? They just took them, okay? And it was just so surprising. And I'm just like, why would they do this? I mean, it was because I told you, I was honest with the social worker, and I told her I relapsed, okay? I don't know if you remember my story.
No, hold on, Kim. I remember your story very well.
Yep, you told me. They did. Yeah.
You told me that other attorneys had advised you that they wouldn't take the children. And
she said they might not, yep.
And I told you, based upon what you told me, that I thought that they would. I know that wasn't the answer that you wanted to hear, but I was just telling you the honest answer. And now you're calling me tonight telling me that they did take the children. So what you're going to have to do is contact your lawyer so that you can, so you guys can come up with a strategy and a plan to get the children back.
Right.
I don't want to talk about the details of your case because it is confidential.
Right.
But from what you But from what you told me, this is not a difficult case, in my opinion, to get the children back. Go ahead. What were you going to ask?
Okay, because I was thinking that too, but it's thoughts in my head like, dang, are they going to throw me in the trash? Like, just because, I'm not, they're going to, take my kids away and I can never be able to see them? Like, my lawyer.
Kim, you're going to be able to see your children. Here's the thing. And I was just telling Aaron and the previous caller before the break the same thing. Kim, the law is not what you think it is. You're telling me what you think the law should be.
Right.
And that's not the law.
Okay.
I have a video on YouTube you should take a look at. It's called What is Justice? And basically what it says is that the things that you think are justice in the law, you're about 5% correct.
Right.
But the converse is true. You're 95% wrong. Okay. And you know how all human beings, even me, when we think we know a little bit about something, we know everything.
And that's what happened. I thought I was too smart for my own good and thinking I was okay, 7 months clean, and then it happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
But my kids are not in danger, at all. So that's stupid of me because they didn't deserve to be taken from their mom for no reason.
Right. But you're looking at it from the law, from your heart, and from your head, not from what the books say, the law books say.
Okay, so the law says that even if you do drugs, that means you are even if you don't have a record of drug use, you don't have anything you don't have no record of drug use. You know what I mean?
Kim,
so since
Kim, hold on a second.
You're in danger to your kids?
Yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I told you yesterday when we talked on the phone. I told you what I thought from the scenario you gave me, and I know you disagreed with me, and you didn't like what I had to tell you.
Yeah.
But I'm proven to be correct today. I'm sorry to say that. I hate to hear that they can't.
I know you don't have a lot of time. Can you tell me about the time limit of this thing?
2 minutes.
How does that work?
You're going to go to court probably this coming week one day, and then you're going to have a chance to see the judge and argue and start on the road to getting your children back. Okay?
And with my 11-year-old, is the time still on the clock? Because I had just got him back. We haven't seen him in a year.
Kim, I don't know that because we didn't talk about the details and the timing of your case, so I don't know.
Right.
But this is something that you're going to be able to talk to your attorney about. Okay. Hey, Kim, we got to take a break.
Thank you.
I want to appreciate you calling and listening. Give us a call in a few weeks. Let us know what's going on, okay? This is The Secret, How to Fight CPS and Win. We'll be back with more calls and more questions and more stories right after these messages.